I'm Allyce Jones from the Lindon 7th ward. So my experience with the temple has been all different stages of life, but the ones I wanted to focus on is my mom life, my career life, and my life as a wife. First thing as a mom, I'm not going to sugarcoat that this job is easy, and my kids are always perfect. It's hard. Being a mom is tough. I've learned with my first, who's now going to the temple, that when we go to the temple together, we actually build a better relationship with each other. And so with the mother-daughter relationship, and I'm also her coach too for pickleball, every time we go to the temple, it brings us closer together, which means that our home life is better. Even when I coach her, it's even better. So that's one of the biggest things I've learned as a mom, is if I go to the temple often with my daughter and myself, I'm a better mom and I have a better relationship with my kids. As for my career in 2019, I was a volleyball coach and high school teacher for 10 years at Pleasant Grove High School. And it was a stage of my life where I was just wondering if I should stop coaching. But I've been doing it for so long, and that's what I thought I was going to go in my next career, coach college. That was kind of my goals. But I was in the temple, and the temple always gives me inspiration on what I needed to do next. And I actually got the inspiration to step down from coaching, which was really hard for me. I loved my job, but I felt like that's something I needed to do. And I still remember in 2019, my state championship morning, we were in the state championship game, and I literally looked at my husband, and I said, I don't know how I'm going to give this up. And he's like, we've already had that inspiration, just a reminder. And then he reminded me, showed her, looked at my kids and said, and this is why too. And so I felt at peace right there, and I remembered my experience with the temple and knew that I needed to step down. Ended up winning, so that was good. And then left the coaching career, still taught at Pleasant Grove High School, but then it turned into pickleball came into my life because of COVID. Everyone needed a hobby. And because of that inspiration from the temple, I was able to start training something and having a hobby that actually now turned into another career in my life. So grateful for the temple that gave me the inspiration to be able to leave my former career that would put me into another one. When I'm on the road now as a professional pickleball player, I have found that when I make the effort to go to the temple in these different states, I'm actually better on the court, because there's a difference for me. I'm either intense and happy, or there's intense and anger, right? And some people can play intense and angry and they play well. But for me, I'm a player that I need to be intense and happy. And I found at tournaments that I go to the temple in the morning and then literally go and play my matches in the afternoon. I've found that I am more successful as an athlete, and I'm better with my partners because I have a bigger purpose in my life because of my temple attendance. It's a good reminder. So then when I get on the court, I have so much more happiness and joy for what I'm doing. And that's a big part of my career now, is visiting a temple at every state I'm in. My third thing is kind of how it's made a difference in my life as a wife, because that's overall the most important thing. If you and your spouse are connected spiritually, then you have a happy home. That's just how it is. And so me and Ryan have really made an effort to try to go to the temple more together. Or if we can't go together, it's like, hey, we make sure we go, and then we talk about how we felt and the inspiration we got. And we did the ceiling for his grandparents just recently, in the last 2 years. As soon as we did the ceiling, a flood of memories came back into Ryan's head of all his memories with his grandparents, which he hadn't thought of in years. But we could feel the ceiling power had kind of brought us all together and just reminded us of our relationships with them. And that was a neat experience. I'm a big believer in, if you go with your spouse, or if you talking with your spouse about the temple and what you're learning, you're going to gain more of a relationship better together, and your inspiration for your family will go off the charts. In his house, I feel peace and inspiration.